So look, the Egyptians had a very good understanding of free will. The Egyptians understood a lot of things, you know? People always want to talk about study this, study that, study the Egyptians. Because the Egyptians, right, they have three creation myths. And you start seeing how free will actually works inside these creation myths. The first one about a moon, right? Things happen pretty much impulsively. The universe is created out of an impulse. With Ra, inside of Anunian theology, things are created out of pretty much a being that wakes up and starts to recognize things and like creates things according to natural law, you know? But it's still kind of impulsive, but it involves more intelligence. It's more of like a thinking process and creation process kind of thing, you know? So with that being said, right, in the last one about Ptah, Ptah creates the universe from thinking about it, and then he uses his will to enact it. And then an actual being helps him enact his will, that being Atom. And Atom is a form of Ra, you know? So what does this all mean? A moon is symbolic of the unconscious state of awareness. When in the unconscious state, things are completely impulsive. Inside Ra theology, Ra represents the what's it called? The subconscious state of awareness. And inside this state, you grow inside of intelligence. It's like you're waking up, recognizing natural law, but you're still following natural law, right? Unconsciously though, you're in like a dream state, you know, just waking up, gaining intelligence and stuff like that. In Ptah's theology, he represents the conscious level of awareness. In Ptah's theology, he literally uses his it says he conceives in his heart and then at his utterance. It means that he thinks inside his mind and then uses his will to enact creation. So in the state of consciousness, you choose what you create. You're not just creating things off of natural law, you know? Now it doesn't mean that there isn't natural law and stuff like that. What it means is that in Ptah's theology, he uses Ra to enact his will on the universe. Temu or Tem or Atem, he is an aspect of Ra, you know? Because Ra has three aspects, you know, and then lower aspects from there. Because technically, Asar, Osiris, all aspects of Ra, but we don't got to talk about that. He has three main forms: Kepri, Ra, Tum. You feel me? Or Tem, and stuff like that, yeah. So, with that being said, Ra's the creative force. He's the spirit. Inside Ptah's creation myth, it literally says that consciousness uses the spirit to create, you know? So, this is what you're supposed to do. Because the spirit, when it manifests along with, Ra manifests with Thoth, Hathor, and Mot. Intelligence, will, and the natural order and balance of these two forces, you know? So, that means that when you use the creative force, the spirit, you're also using your intelligence and your will in order to act with inside that natural law, aka Mot. You know, that's how you use the creative force with through your intelligence and will and your understanding of natural law. So with consciousness, you gain actual free will. Because in the two states of unconsciousness and subconsciousness, they're both, you know, impulsive. It's just that in the unconscious state, it's full impulse. You feel me? In the subconscious state, it's more of waking up. You know, it's like you're waking up and just doing stuff and recognizing things. And it's like, oh, yeah, I'm waking up. When you are with the pata in the consciousness state, you're like, oh, yeah, let me think about this and then use my will to enact this. You see what I'm saying? And that's why they said his heart. That's why they said he conceived in his heart and then at his utterance. Because even the spirit manifests with intelligence and will, uh, you know, pretty much the mind or the heart and then its utterance, its will. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, Egyptian mythology proved free will. They been did this, you know, before anybody else did. You know, everything's based upon Egyptian mythology. If you didn't know that, but it's like we're just gonna act like it's not. So it's like go to the source, which is the Egyptians, but the Egyptians got their information from the other source. Go to that source, God. Let God tell you, not just the Bible or the pastor. Let God help you interpret the Bible and the pastor. Because God helped me interpret the book of Job. A lot of people think the book of Job shows that you don't have free will, but it shows where your free will actually lies at. It's actually a powerful story that shows you that God does let certain things happen, right? But you still have a choice whether or not you're going to respond negatively or positively. The book of Job shows you this very important message. So it's like, let God help you interpret things. You feel what I'm saying? That's the real source you got to go to. If you go to that source, you actually gain free will.